Well, I think I picked a pretty good time to do this morning. It's raining outside. It's not the best, but we're gonna walk up to the Graceland grounds and the meditation garden this morning. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another summertime fun vlog. Although this weather is not fun, but if you all have kept up with my videos, you all will know that I have been on the other side of Tennessee, in Memphis. Anyway, you guys, around 7:30 to 8:30, Graceland, they opened up their grounds for people to walk up, especially to the meditation garden. And it's a free event that they do every morning. But I figured while we are out here, we are going to check out some of the sites that are on the outside of Graceland. I mean, you can even stand on the outside and there's so much history here. Like, this is a pretty common sight. People writing on the walls for their love for the king of rock and roll himself. And I mean, all of this is just here. I think this has been a tradition for a very long time. But also, I really wanted to see the gates before we go in, which is right over there. But let's read this real quick. Elvis Aaron Presley. Elvis Presley was born in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8th, 1935, the son of Vernon and Gladys Presley. He moved to Memphis in 1948, soon after signing a contract with Sun Records in 1954. He achieved tremendous popularity. His musical and acting career in records, movies, television, and concerts made him one of the most successful and outstanding entertainers in the world. He died August 16th, 1977, buried here in Memphis, in his Memphis home. And there is a reason why they did bury him here. Originally, they buried him in a mausoleum not far from his mom, but after Elvis passed, he had an issue with grave robbers and everything. So his father, Vernon, asked the city council to move his wife and his late son's graves here. So that's how this became a family cemetery. And looks like I missed it. I did see a guy that went on ahead in. But here are the gates. Now, I want to say I once heard a rumor, like I said, it might be true, but when Elvis was found unresponsive that day on August 16th, 1977, the ambulance slammed into the gates to get Elvis taken to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead, sadly. But like I said, I'm not sure if that's true or not. But anyway, let's go up to the meditation garden, shall we? And by the way, here is the guardhouse that Elvis's uncle used to work in. It's still in use to this very day. So cool. And you know what? Graceland is even more beautiful in the rain. Kind of weird how that works. Maybe it's just the topic of the vlog, because we're going to the meditation garden where Elvis and his whole family's buried. Because I know his grandson and Lisa Marie, they sadly passed a couple of years back, and they're buried here as well. Just makes you hate how gracious family like that got hit with the bad luck stick, I guess you could say. We're here at Graceland. Yesterday, earlier on in my vlogging series, when I came here, I really couldn't do like a proper vlog, but isn't Graceland just beautiful? Over there, that's where the National Historic Marker is for its designation. Just think about it. All those years that Elvis lived here, and interestingly enough, It was built in 1935 by a doctor, but for a few years it sat empty. Then Elvis bought it for about 13 acres for about $100,000, and he converted all this, all the different rooms. I mean, it is a beautiful area here at Graceland. You know what? Like I said, the rain really sets the tone. It's really peaceful. So let's pay our respects, you guys. Let's go to the meditation garden. And if you haven't seen the video that I made earlier, well, I'll talk a little bit more about Elvis and his family. So let's do it. And here's the pool. Now, my dad told me a story once that Elvis, when he wasn't really doing all that well, two guys broke in to the premises just to swim in his pool, and while they were swimming, they got scared by the king of rock and roll himself, and he's like, just as long as y'all don't do anything stupid, I don't care. I think that's how the story went, but I don't know. Even, I mean, Elvis, he was I'll tell you, he used his God-given gift, and he was a man of God. Like, I mean, this man was a very good man, even though in the end he had his trials and tribulations. But don't we all have our trials and tribulations? And here it is, the meditation garden. And look how beautiful these statues are. We also got this beautiful water fountain. It was running the day before, as it always does. And of course you've got the stained glass right behind everything. And I forgot who made these. I know there's a story behind them. This statue of Jesus, and this glass work is gorgeous. Now let's pay our respects. The first is Minnie Mae Presley, Elvis's aunt. She was about the last person to go, I believe, at Graceland, who initially lived here. Of course, the king of rock and roll himself. Thank you, sir. You know, it's amazing how God uses people to change other people's lives, and thank you, sir, for doing that. Anyway, Elvis Aaron Presley, January 8th to 1935 to August 16th, 1977. Son of Vernon and Gladys, and father of Lisa Marie. He was a precious gift from God he cherished and loved dearly. He had a God-given talent that he shared with the world, and without a doubt he became the most widely acclaimed, capturing the hearts of young and old alike. He was admired not only as an entertainer, but as a great humanitarian that he was, for his generosity and his kind feelings for his fellow man. He revolutionized the field of music and received his highest awards. He became a living legend in his own time, earning the respect and love of millions. God saw that he needed some rest and called him home to be with him. We miss you, son and daddy. I thank you, God, that he gave us you as our son. And I say thank you, sir, and I thank God. Thank you, sir. And of course we have Vernon, Elvis's dad. Now, this is an interesting story. He went to jail one time for writing a bad check for what was like only a few dollars. But back then, during the Depression, it was actually a lot of money. But in present times, it really wasn't worth all, it wasn't all worth all that much, or it looked like it wasn't worth that much. Of course, over here is Elvis's special someone. Elvis loved his mom. I love my mom too. I wish Gladys Presley hadn't passed so soon from this earth in her 50s. I think Elvis would have felt better. He loved his mom. And of course, we've got Jesse Karen Presley, Elvis's brother. Now this isn't where he's buried. He's actually buried in Tupelo, but anyway, his brother, which was a few minutes older than him, sadly was stillborn. But again, that kind of affected Elvis a bit there. So now you know. And now there is a story with this statue of Jesus. I forget exactly what the story is, but I know it was a big contribution. I mean, it's a gorgeous statue of Jesus Christ. Like when you actually look at the meditation garden itself, you know, you see pictures of it online and everywhere. You realize, like, when you actually get here, it's larger than life. But you know, then again, Graceland is larger than life. Elvis, he was larger than life himself. And here's the pool again. And now, as I was saying, back there, his grandson, Benjamin Storm Presley, Kyo, I think I'm pronouncing his last name properly. He passed away. He had a bit of a problem, similar problem that Elvis dealt with. Of course, his mama, Lisa Marie, and I want to say Lisa Marie, I want to say that she passed away during surgery. Like I said, you know, maybe it's because the enemy strikes the chosen ones, because those are the ones who he fears the most. And well, since Elvis was a godly man, that's probably the reason why. But you know what? Elvis lived a pretty beautiful life, despite the hardships. This explains a little bit more about the meditation garden. For security purposes, Vernon Presley, with special permission from the city, had the gravesites of Elvis. His mother Gladys moved from Forest Hill Cemetery to Graceland on October of 1977. Since then, the garden has become the final resting place for Elvis's father Vernon, paternal grandmother. Oh, my apologies then. Anyway, that was my fault. Minnie Mae was Vernon's grandmother, Lisa Marie, and grandson Ben. A small marker has also been placed in memory of Elvis's stillborn twin brother. The large marble cross was Gladys Presley's original monument at Forest Hill, and the headstone, which features Star of David representing Gladys's Jewish heritage, was placed at her grave December 1964. The statues of Jesus with outstretched arms was a gift to Elvis from his friends one Christmas. Meditation Garden was designed and built by Bernard Gardner at Elvis's request in the mid-1960s. It features Italian statues, an elaborate fountain, and special lighting. The brick wall behind the Grecian-inspired columns is inlaid with primitive stained glass handmade in Spain in the mid-1800s. The garden offered Elvis a private, serene area for meditation, reflection, and quiet contemplation. It was one of his favorite places. So you see, coming out here in the rain was very much worth it. You know, and I had fun making this vlog more than going through the house. Anyway, you guys, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. They all want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over. See you on the next one.